don't know why, but I don't know why it really burns me up to see negative cycles be recreated and passed down through generations. But it does, and I guess that's why I started these. I say it all the time, that this is for that one person, but it truly is, man. If you out there and you listening and you really want to break those negative habits that have been passed down through generations, whether it's poverty, being broke, obesity, health issues that are passed down, say you come from a line of athletes who could be professionals, but for some reason everybody ends up selling dope, in jail, dead, or just broke, or just washed up. I really question why does the cycle keep recreating itself, and how can you break that? Like what happened? I think a lot of us always think we're untouchable, and that we're gonna do this differently. Like we always look at an older generation and be like, oh man, we different somehow. But yeah, you might make a few adjustments, but you don't realize that deep rooted within you, a lot of the mindsets, decisions that you make, mentalities that you carry are the same and are going to recreate that cycle. So you have to really study yourself, study everybody that came before you, and most important, study those who have actually succeeded at it, and figure out what is the difference in lifestyle. What's the difference? What rules do they have that I don't have, that we didn't have? How can I break this cycle? Because it's on you. It is literally on you to make sure that the next generation that comes after you sees your route, sees what you're doing, and that's what they naturally do, because they see you do it. You feel me? Because if you recreate the same cycle, they gonna recreate the same cycle. The fact that you're actually listening to this means that you're the one who's supposed to break the cycle, because everybody ain't hungry enough to listen to something like this. So if you're listening, it speaks volumes. There's a reason that, the Creator Almighty gave the Israelites them 10 rules, them 10 commandments, because it wasn't good enough for him to just be like, be fruitful and multiply the earth. That wasn't good enough for them. Like, not everybody's going to sit down and be like, okay, what does this mean? How do I apply this? Okay, what am I here for? And then put a list of rules. So he gave them list of rules of, not to be extreme with, but if you happen to look over here and, if you could check all these things off, you're most likely where you're supposed to be. That'd be the same thing as me telling you, you could do anything, put your mind to it. If you put your mind, you could do it. You know what I mean? You have to, it runs deeper than those cliche statements. So if you're one of those people, if you're that person, if you're that one person who wants to break those negative cycles, figure out what checkmate is, what goal you're trying to accomplish. Study those who have accomplished it, that came from the same thing that you come from. Figure out don't become them, but figure out what those rules and principles are that you could apply to yourself. Start moving them pieces on that board little bit by little bit. Before you know it, checkmate. So